Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9. You are right on time for math class with me, Mrs. Ray. And I'm so glad you're here because today's lesson is all about two-dimensional and three-dimensional shapes. So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started. Now, I know I said some big words when I welcomed you to class today, but don't worry, we're going to learn all about them. First, we will start with two-dimensional shapes. Now, every shape has a rule that it follows, but the main rule for two-dimensional shapes is that they are flat. As you see here, that's the main thing we need to remember. We can't grab them, we can't turn them, we can't twist them to look under them. They're just flat. Think about something you drew on a piece of paper or something you drew on the dry erase board when you were at school. That is a two-dimensional shape, or 2D is what we call them around here. Now, for our friend, the 3D shape, now that one, it's not flat at all. It takes up space. You can turn it, you can flip it over, you can look at it from all kinds of sides. There might even be tops and bottoms, all sorts of things. Now, there are some rules that both of them share. They both could have some straight edges, and they both could have some corners. But we'll get into that when we see our examples. Are you ready? Let's get started. Now, our first one we are going to talk about is a circle. This is a circle. Now, there's not much to it, right? I really can't do a lot with this. It is flat. It is following the rule. I can't roll it around. There's no top or bottom. There are no sides for me to really hold it with both of my hands. Now, let's compare that to the 3D shape. This is a sphere. This is a 3D circle. Now, do you see the difference? I will put them next to each other so you can tell. Do you see the difference between these two? Now, let's see. With my 3D shape, I can rotate it. I can roll it, right? I can do lots of things. I can hold it with both of my hands. And the main thing is it is taking up space, right? Now, this does not equal that. This one is not taking up space. And let's take a look. Do you think I can roll this? Let's try. Here we go. The answer is no. It doesn't roll. Not at all. Not even a little bit. My goodness. Okay, so now let's move to the next shape. Now we are talking about the triangle. Now the triangle does have 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, and it does have 3 corners, 1, 2, 3. Now let's see, will it stand up on its own? Nope, not even a little bit. So it follows the rule of a 2D shape. It is flat. I can put anything on top of this and it wouldn't even matter. Now, the 3D shape, this is called a pyramid. Do you see how I have to use both hands to pick it up? And just look, I'm going to turn it or rotate it so you can see all of the sides that are here. Now, something that they both have in common is that they both have some straight edges. We can see them here. And they both have some corners. Now, this one only had 3 corners. You remember? Let's count the corners on the pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So they have some things that are alike, but a lot of things that are not. Now, let's talk about our friend the square. Here it is. Now, our square does have some straight sides or edges, right? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it does have some corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. But other than that, there's not much else to it. If I turn it to the side, can you really touch the side with your hands? Not really. I mean, you really gotta hold on just to make sure you don't drop it. Now, the 3D friend of the square is the cube. That's this right here. Now, do you see how many flat sides we can see on this cube? There are a lot. And just look at all of the straight edges that we see on our cube as well. And there are even corners on our cube. Now, I think we can count the corners, so let's try. Now, remember, the square only has 4 corners. Let's see how many the cube has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My goodness, that is a lot. And you can see cubes in lots of places. You know what this is. It's one of those toys where you have to twist it and turn it and solve it. This is a cube. Boys and girls, there are shapes everywhere. Some of them 2D, some of them 3D, but you know everything you need to know to figure that out. Now I want you to go home and see if you can identify some of those shapes. Can you find a circle? Can you find a sphere? Can you find a triangle? Maybe you can find a pyramid. Can you find a square? Or maybe you can even find a cube. Sometimes when you go in the kitchen and you're hungry and you reach for a can of soup, guess what? That too is a 3-dimensional shape. That's called a cylinder. And sometimes when you get a brand new pair of shoes, like for the beginning of the school year, that box is a 3D shape as well. See, we've got these shapes everywhere. Boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy I got to see your face, and I do hope you come again. And when you do, make sure you bring a friend, because here in Room 9, we have room for everybody. I'll see you next time.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by